All right, everybody. Morning. It is 10:30. I hope that you guys all know. I was a little busy this weekend, right? I updated my grades in all my classes and posted them up there. I'm not sure. I probably said this a number of times in here, but the semester is 15 weeks long, right? And again, I tease, but I really wish I could just like release the stress that I kind of deal with every once in a while. Like you got people literally that are in this class, like we like Xavier, right? And actually the fan Xavier, he's not coming to class, right? But what's another way that you can actually come to class? YouTube videos. My man has put his name on at least one of them, right? I'll say that in his defense. Right? But my whole thing is this, like y'all see it. We got people that don't come here, that don't go through the grind of the semester. Now, let me tell you, week 13, 14, and 15, they're gonna be my best friend. They're gonna be in class, they're gonna be smiling, they're gonna be talking about Dr. Barnes, I like your shirt, Dr. Barnes, this, that, and the third, all thinking that that's gonna like help them get a chance of getting a better grade than what they earned in the classroom, right? Now, y'all lucky I don't have the power, because if I was the president of an HBCU, this is what I would do. Right? The semester is 15 weeks. You know how y'all have midterm grades, right? And the U's go in. I would make Cheney University sit back and have a 15-week semester. After the 5th week, just like I did, y'all would get a grade that goes in your transcript. Like real talk, a grade that goes in your transcript, right? Now, after the 10th week, right, the second credit of a 3-credit class, you would get a grade on your transcript. Now, no disrespect to anybody, but if you got an F and an F, or let's say a D and a D, or a D and an F on those 2 semesters, you're not even allowed in the class in the 3rd term. I mean, there's no way you can pass. You know what I mean? Like what are you doing? Right? But again, like, you know, some people be out there to get a grade for it, and all 3 of those unique grades will go in there. It might take a little tweaking about, what do you call it? The way we do our courses and stuff, but yeah, I think it's very reasonable, right? And I think we really need that, because I know a couple of peers and colleagues, we can look at Cheney and think we're like, oh, Cheney's unique. But I know some faculty at Lincoln, I know some faculty at the University of Delaware, and I also teach at some of these predominantly white institutions. What we have with our students thinking that class isn't important, and come on, brother, hook a brother up at the end of the semester, that's unique to HBCUs. We really should find a different way to sit back and kind of do that. So that's what I would do, right? But if y'all are seeing y'all grades, 5 weeks is up. Now, y'all lucky I can't make that thing happen like I was just talking about, but everything is in there. Your attendance is in there. I even went on YouTube and actually got all the YouTube up to sit back and see who is appropriate. We got your labs. All of you guys have been doing labs on the Fridays, right? That we sit back and have. We probably will back off a little bit more and have it so it's less lecture. But like Fridays, for the most part, y'all get at least 10 or 15 minutes to start working on those labs. We've had 10 so far, right? Yeah, we got a whole range. Somebody actually had 11 of them done. I ain't even gonna talk about how that happened. I don't know how they got 11 out of 10. Actually, I think I do know how they got 11 out of 10. But somebody got 11 out of 10, right? And then some of us had 1. And a lot of us had 0, right? So your participation, your labs is up. Your homework is up. Now, if you're worried about your homework grade, don't worry too much, because I think I sent in an email. 9.1 homework ends when? Yes, tomorrow at 9 a.m., right? So if it closes tomorrow at 9 a.m., you could take it tonight and replace that 0. But I want to let y'all know how real it is. Because right now, with you technically are a week behind and almost 2 weeks behind in terms of doing the work. If you don't take that quiz, that's what it's going to look like, right? So again, the 9.1 homework. And then what's the other thing I do? Attendance, participation, and the exam, right? That's the 4 aspects of your grade. Your grades are kind of what they are. Now, we're going to have a little bit of tweaking between now and when midterms are done. But for the most part, that's kind of what your grade's going to look like, right? Now, what y'all want to do is y'all want to kind of make sure hope it's a wake-up call for some of us about what you guys are doing, right? I sent a couple emails to a couple of students. I'm hoping they'll respond. And wake up and start realizing it's real. Cause, yeah, it was very surprising. It was very surprising. But again, your grades are up. Go into D2L, go to grades, and it's there. And you know what? I empower y'all. This one y'all should come at my neck. I already got a couple emails. Dr. Barnes, I think you bugging. Something wrong with this, something wrong with that. And I went right in and I fixed it. We got to go there, but it needs that type of ask. Nobody cares about your grade more than you. My job as an instructor is to manage a class, right? Y'all are data points. If you want your data point to be a person, y'all got to speak up. If you're not willing to sit back and be like, Dr. Barnes, I did every single lab. How come I got a 0 as opposed to a 10? That data point ain't going to talk to me in my grade book, but you can. Dr. Barnes, something was wrong. Oh, my bad. I was emailing them to the other Dr. Barnes on the university. That's never really happened to me, but y'all know it's 2 Dr. Blacks at this university?
Black?
Yeah, it is. It's 2. And actually, both of their first names start with an H. One's Herbert Black and the other one's Javier Black. And students in their classes be emailing the wrong instructor, right? Can you imagine, like, if the labs we do, y'all was emailing exams to the wrong Dr. Barnes and nobody tells you? Like, you got to look at your grade book and know that. So like I said, guys, please advocate for yourselves. Please advocate for yourselves. So again, look at the grades. Also, this Thursday at 5:30, what's going on? Anybody know?
Thanks. Why are you upset? Why are you mad?
Yes. Why are you so mad, or why I'm mad, right? It's a psychology club event. It's going to be in 255. I want you guys to come. Please be on time, right? I've already got some people saying I got some competing stuff around 6. So we are going to start on time. Y'all know how I am. I'm a stickler about making sure that you are there. You at least got to be there for at least half of the event and respect the event. I ain't going to deal with the whole walking in late. Hey, teach. I know you're talking, but I'm present. Like, it's not about showing up being alive. It's about coming there and admiring the event. But please try to get there on time, because I will start on time. And that's extra credit. And y'all know how I do. That's 1% of your grade. So if you open your grade book and you like, damn, I got a 6%. You come to this event, you got a 7%.
Oh.
Sanaya. Ooh, that's Sanaya.
Yeah.
Siobhan, what's up? No, she walked in, so she kind of, my bad, I'm sorry.
It's like in high school when the white teacher used to mix me and the other Black person up, even though we didn't look like or sound alike or any type of thing. That's what this feels like right now. How did you join the psychology club?
First we gotta have a psych club, and actually, the psych club people might even know. Yeah, Xavier, I'm a little tough love towards him, because the psych club needs to be a little bit more active, right? So if anybody who's interested, who wants to join the current leadership, or we'll talk to Xavier in a little bit after class. Anybody who's interested to make it a face, we got a nice little system.
I'll take over.
Yeah, we got a nice little system, and out of respect for Xavier, I'm just like, no, you can't take his spot, because, like, you know, he here and alive. But yeah, we'll have a conversation in a week. Might be a little different answer.
How did you? So what happened in the club?
What happens in the psych club really is what all y'all want. And let me tell you, what I had to do is this. I can do a lot, but here's the issue. The psych club is an undergraduate club, right? So it really should be something that what you guys want. Like, we really can do what y'all want. Like the psych series, literally a girl came to one of the meetings and was like, Dr. Barnes, actually, I think it was you, Sanaya, but maybe it wasn't. Somebody was like, you know what I really need? Me and my roommate, we got into a fight. We need to learn how to deal with conflict.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't me. Me and my best friend.
Yeah, right? And we sent out to Dr. Thomas, and that's what Dr. Thomas's psych series is going to be about. She's going to come in and talk about how to deal with how to deal with conflict. So it really is whatever you guys want. A couple of years ago, like maybe 3, we had did like a research project, right? If y'all want to do some more research, we were talking about love languages, right? So it can really be what you guys want it to be, right? And that's the whole issue. But for my mind, it's an opportunity for you guys undergraduates to be leaders, right? For me to sit back and do it, I've already done it. I'm not an undergrad anymore. I wanted to show off what your interests are. And it's great. It's great. Pat.
So what time is it? What day?
It is Thursday at 5:30.
And it's in the old room?
Yeah, the old room. Yep. Sanaya?
Never mind.
That was your hand, right? Okay. Whew. All right, what they call you by the wrong name. All right, what's the quote? Adaptation is the key to survival. I have no idea how that's related to what we're gonna be doing today.
What, you made it? Cause we gotta.
Now, I told you, didn't you call me a plagiarizer?
Well,
I didn't make it. I took it off of Star Wars.
and put it on the slide.
Yeah, I probably had a point about what it meant, but
It's been
yeah,
a couple of years.
yeah, you're right. Pandemic is like 4 years ago.
Wow.
What? Oh, good.
Yeah, I'll think about that. Pandemic's 4 years ago. Right around now, we was in it now. Yeah, it was about to be a wrap, like right around now. Around January, we was like, a lot of us were sounding like Trump. Oh, it's the Chinese flu. It ain't never gonna come over here. Man,
Yep, all I know is they said 2 weeks off of school, and after that,
How
I
does
go
that
back for like a
factor
year.
in?
That 2 weeks, I was like, yeah. For real, like, for the 2 weeks.
nah, but you know what though? And you know what? I like what Siobhan said, right? She said for those 2 weeks, she was like, yeah. And let me tell you, 2 weeks later, some of y'all was a wrap.
Yeah, I want to go back. And then we had to
Yeah.
do Zoom school.
Yeah,
That, oh
yeah.
gosh, I
I made more money than
my.
Yeah.
employment than I do. Oh.
Yeah,
Here you go, Mr. Baldwin.
No, literally, like,
I actually made a lot of money that time,
no,
so.
I feel them. I just-
yo, somebody is straight hating.
Yes, I am.
You know, as black people, we need to learn how to congratulate, not hate. Like, so it's funny.
How does
No,
that
you're not
factor
hating.
in
You know what I mean?
psychologically,
You're not
that period of time, how did that factor, well, let me.
No, go ahead. Great question.
No, that's a big question.
Okay, but honestly, it has really messed up it has messed up our students.
Yeah.
Because if you guys remember afterwards, I still believe the internet should be free to everybody. I'm sorry, the businesses making money off of internet services, it should be a wrap. It should be free. Anybody who can afford a device or steal a device should be able to have internet access.
Wait, didn't they do that though?
In some areas, but not all. There's a lot of grants that gave money to a lot of areas in Philadelphia, but we still paying for that, right?
Oh.
But what really happened that really messed up children, and it's because we thought that parents would be more supportive. At schools, as long as you would get a 50% on any assignment you never submitted in. Y'all know about that? Almost every school district around the world, if you didn't hand something in, they would give you a 50%.
Man, they would give me a zero for the day if someone walked past my Zoom screen.
Well, you know what? She might have went to a good school. But the public schools were giving children 50% just for doing nothing. That changed the expectations, right? You look at it like, oh, poor Sanaya, poor Siobhan, she don't have a good controlled and climate room. But parents literally sat back and took advantage of it, and children took advantage of it. And kids don't even want to try anymore. Like, I still see it at Cheney University in my intro to psych class. They feel like if they just come to class and look at me, they deserve to pass. I'm like, whoa, don't you know we're supposed to read and not do participation? Don't you know we're doing a concept video? Don't you know we have exams? Literally, they not trying to hustle me. They just looking at me like, what you mean? I gotta try?
Do we got a concept video for this class?
No, not that class.
So we just making stuff up, but.
No, I'm talking about my intro. But like literally, I look at these kids and I'm looking at them like they not trying to hustle you. They just don't get it. They're like, wow, you mean you're grading me on effort and not being alive? It's interesting.
I wish we got graded on being alive.
And you know what? I told y'all the day I do that, that's more racist than anything I would ever do in my life, I feel. I ain't looking down on none of y'all. There is a standard and a bar of what I expect a college credit and a stats course to be. And your grade is usually how you measure up to it. I just think it's bad that some of us don't participate. We got a lot of empty seats, even now. All right, so y'all know independent and dependent samples, right?
Is that thing we did and you only showed us?
Yeah, it was all dependent, I think.
Yeah, so no, we don't,
Yeah, but we do.
barely.
Go ahead, Sanai.
So I'm looking and both of these equations have the same name.
Both of these equations, like what you mean?
We did t-statistic equation before, but it was for
Oh, okay.
independent samples where the population standard deviations are unknown.
Mm-hmm. And then now it's a T, but here's the issue. We don't get into naming the equations, right? This is just a mathematical formula that we use to get a T value. So you're right. Honestly, there are probably, I'm probably gonna say there's probably an infinite number of ways to calculate T, right? And there's probably about a half dozen that statisticians use, right? And probably about about a half dozen that psychologists use in the discipline. But yeah, T could be anything. So I don't want you to think that there's only one way to calculate T. I don't want you to think there's one way to calculate Z either. We get into it. We're gonna get into it this semester. We just beginning. We're only on the 5th chapter. Yeah, I think so, the 5th chapter.
I did have a question about the critical value appendix. Do you remember which one that was, A3, A2, something like that?
Oh, you mean the table you get it from?
Yeah.
I don't remember the table number, right? But I think it's page 686. But after class, if you want to walk up, I can go up there and find you exactly where it is. It's in the back of the book. It's always in the back of the stats books. Almost any stats book has it. Say what? 686,
I
yeah.
looked it up in the textbook thing. And
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just scared to be wrong, somebody call me out, Siobhan.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that not what he asked for though?
Right, now, we're gonna use the T6 equation for dependent samples, but I wanna let y'all know about this. Now, I'm gonna ask y'all some questions, right? On a scale of, it's a little fluffy, this is like,
Know that to somebody?
yeah, this is a happy fluffy. This fluffy supposed to make you feel happy.
I just wanted to push it.
No, hold on, I'm gonna ask you first, Sanaya. Right now, on a scale of 1 through 5, how happy are you feeling? Oh?
Like a 1.
A 1?
That's what your presence does to people.
Hey, I know. All right, so we got a 1, Sanaya. All right, now, catch this.
Oh, it's not scrum, it don't curl.
Yeah, it's a little different, right?
This just need, can you put that to 0.5?
A point, oh, so you just went down?
Yeah, that just needs to be a lot less heavier.
I guess it can happen. All right, who you wanna give it to next? Who needs it?
Are we speaking generally or?
Yeah, right now on a scale of 1 to 5.
Well, right now in this moment, I guess I would say 5 because I tried a new hairstyle and it
Let's try a new hairstyle.
Yeah.
All right, this is really going bad for my theory. All right,
Oh, no.
now can you give her the fluff?
You just think we ought to.
You gotta rub it and feel it. Think happy thoughts, Peter.
I mean.
All right, now how do you feel now?
Oh, after rubbing it,
Hmm.
I'm gonna make a mistake answer. I'm gonna go with.
No, you don't gotta lie to me. Keep it real.
It's still 5.
Still 5? All right, who you wanna give it to next?
You.
You?
Oh, I can't, oh.
Scale 1 to 5. What are you feeling?
Lisa.
Like that.
3.5.
3.5? All right, now you can give it to her. Can't throw.
It's like 2 feet, like.
I'm really not as.
You gotta rub it together. Think happy thoughts. I think it has a scent too. That's Dr. Spears thing. Does it smell like something? No?
Sadness.
Okay.
See that.
I just want to see her smell it. I know it's funny. All right, how you feel now?
4.
Ooh, there we go. All right, who you want to share it with?
James.
James? All right, I'm scared to ask James how you feel right now on a scale of 1 to 5. James, on a scale of 1 to 5, how do you feel?
That's it.
A 2? Okay. You can give it to him now. You gotta rub it, think happy thoughts, and you gotta smell it. I think it's fragrance.
Hey.
Like, what's the heck? Like, what is it?
All right, how you feel now? Ooh, check that out. It got that feel, it got that touch.
Yeah.
All right, you can get that back to me later or keep it. If anybody else wanna hold it, y'all can like pass it around. It's all good. Just don't take it and leave it.
Go ahead, Dr. Barnes.
You can throw it at Dr. Barnes, right? Actually, I see James walking right here, standing right over me and throwing it that close to my face though, not from over there. But, all right.
What is that called? A self-fulfilling prophecy? Go ahead.
Hey, it'll work, right? Now, this sample that we're looking at right now,
You're not a real one, Darius.
That was,
I like that one, yeah. Right? Now, this table right here, this data, do y'all think this is independent or dependent sample?
Independent?
All right, we got to defend it. I want y'all to raise your hands though, right? How many on Team Sanaya and think it's independent sample, this data?
Don't make me a team yet, wait.
Nah, Team Sanaya.
wait, I kind of was looking at this, yesterday.
Would this count as a meaningful relationship though? Like, is Fluffy?
Think about the data, think about the data. What do these numbers represent?
Happiness, how everybody's feeling individually.
How everybody felt individually, that's all though?
It was before and after.
Before and after, okay.
So
Is there any common between the before and after?
Fluffy, we're in this class.
It's the same exact people. You can't get no more dependent than that. That's how Sanaya felt with the Fluffy and without the Fluffy.
So if it was independent, how would that, like, what would that be?
That'd be like, what if I had this right here? It'd be like, instead of having 2 scores for each, it would be like whole different other people. Like we would have, this would be Xavier. This would be Pat. This would be Baziah.
Or if you compare like one class to another.
Yeah, or another class, like those numbers would have nothing absolutely to do with each other. But yeah, this is meaningful right here. It would also be meaningful, we had the data lined up like this and it was husband and wife. What if I sat back and had, go ahead, Aaliyah.
So basically, another way of like remembering it is it's just that they're the opposites of each other. Like dependent, they have relationships, but independent, they don't.
Yes, I like that last part you just said. I don't like the first part about opposites.
Can I rephrase the first part, because I feel like I know what you were saying.
Yeah, I know what she was saying too. I know what she's saying.
Like, independent, you would think the independent person, they doing stuff on their own, but they,
I got you.
okay.
You're right, you're right.
I just.
So, a dependent sample have something in common. They share something, like y'all share Fluffy.
Mm-hmm. Or they said something in common because both were, did you do it? You did it, right?
Yeah.
That was how you felt before, how you felt after. Both of those scores are coming from you. Right, that's what makes it dependent. They both are you. Right? Now, again, every situation is a little bit different. So if we're talking about Fluffy, the little thingy, that's one score. But if we sit back and talk about something else, it could be very different. Like I just said before, who got like a partner, like a life partner? Like a life partner, like that special somebody?
Here?
Why do you think
That's
like-
rare.
I ain't say in this room, I mean, just like in life.
They're like, you mean here in this environment?
No, just a special somebody.
Oh, no.
I don't know, like you said,
Alright.
like, you gotta think about it.
Alright.
I know, like,
Alright.
I know if it's like.
Special.
Just the-
Just say no, just say.
You know what, life, it's all about your opinion. Yeah, I get it. Well, Sanaya was the only one that sat back and seemed a little confident, right? So we sit back there and I sit back there and I give her $2,000,
Oh, come on.
right? And I say, do you think this is a lot of money?
Don't cut off a person?
Oh, no, see, no, I ain't just, we ain't going there, we're not going there. Wow, that's not really for life, good Lord.
Said 2 games, she gonna fold?
$2,000, she gonna leave him. I wasn't even offering that, Jesus Christ. Right? But we can sit back and ask you if you think $2,000 is a lot of money, and then have your life partner in here and give them the same $2,000 and say, you think it's a lot of money?
So who will get the 2,000?
Again, they focus though. That's not what the question's about the $2,000, et cetera, et cetera. The question is that data linked? They're life partners. We are able to sit back and see whether life partners have similar values on money. Halfway through class be going fast, don't it? Right? So again, that's what makes it partner. We can sit back and have everybody have a little aspects about their life partner, Miss Drew, and then I guess Mr. Drew or Mrs. Drew. I don't know what goes on now. Right? Hey, I could be insulting the other way. Don't y'all laugh, right? And you just sit back and ask, are there differences? It could be religion, it could be money, it could be views on education, views on children. Since there's a link between her and her life partner, it's a dependent sample. That makes sense to y'all?
So, okay, so what if we come, like, what if we doing students in the classroom?
Okay.
Like, myself and my colleagues, for example.
Mm-hmm.
The relationship not meaningful, but it's still a relationship because we both have this class in common.
Yeah, but you said it exactly.
Okay,
There's a
so-
relationship, but it ain't meaningful, so it's independent.
It's independent?
Yeah, it's independent. Think about it. What's going on in your head got to do with anybody up in this room?
We besties.
Close your eyes and think about a number in your head.
Okay.
Does anybody in here think they know what number she thought?
15.
She gonna guess, but she wrong. She wrong. There ain't no meaningful relationship with anything.
Relationship.
They roommates. Yeah, you're right. They might have one.
Yeah.
If my research was about roommates though.
But it was about meaningful relationship, and they got one.
If it was about our GPAs, it would be independent.
Ooh, no, because you know what? In my argument,
Oh, wait. 'cause
Think
we
about
can
it.
Study together and
yeah,
stuff.
not only that, what are you doing at 2 a.m. in the morning? She in there
Okay.
dancing, freaking with music. You can't sleep and wake up for class tomorrow. She
Oh,
she snitched on you last week. She said, I'm tired because of my roommate. She ain't know I knew you, but I was just like, damn. Think your roommate under, so again, like you guys, depending on what we talk about, it could be, right? But if we talk about how much money you got in the bank, it don't got nothing to do with each other. Right? So
Robbing each other.
yeah, it's a larger concept.
Wait,
I'm just saying, that roommate, she got access to her bank account if she really
That
wanted
means you
to.
gotta be very clear.
alright,
You're right. And we got, it's the critical thinking, right? It's not as simple. I wish I could like make it a little bit simpler for all of us, but it's not. You got to think about the context.
okay, can I ask a question?
No.
I'm going to ask the question. Okay, so like you said, the example, all right, if you ask money in our bank account, then that's an independent sample. So say you ask, okay, if you ask what's our money in our bank account, and if we give you that, with just the one data point for each person, then that makes it independent. But say you ask for what's in our bank account now, and then what'll be in our bank account after like Thursday or something, would that be dependent because we gave two answers?
Yep, because they both came from you. What's in your bank account today will definitely, no, what's in your bank account Thursday will definitely influence and be based off what was in your account today.
Okay,
It's not random. Now, what's in your bank account today has nothing to do with what's in Pat's bank account on Thursday. Nothing. Now, unless y'all was like partners, right? That's your life partner and y'all splitting money and y'all trying to buy a house, then that might be a meaningful relationship.
so one data point per person.
See, I really wish I could, that works in this context. Y'all trying to look for a universal truth other than the complicated college definition.
Yeah, duh.
I can't, there is nothing.
I'm not gonna see this equation on a stop sign, like, I don't, this is.
I saw that with my kids. I saw that with my kids' TikTok. I was like, that's how y'all feel?
Like, yes, absolutely.
Like,
I'm not gonna see this in a grocery store on the back of my box of cereal to figure out how to get the.
But you know what? When it comes to looking at credit cards and deciding what credit card is now,
I ain't never
and-
seen this equation.
and hold on. Compound interest on the loans, and is it make more sense for you to, now, hold on. Does it make more sense to put money down based on your budget or to sit back and pay off a car for 48 or 60?
My special.
And you know what? You're right. And you know what that is? Let me tell you what that is. That's paying somebody else so that you cannot know something. That's bad. I'm sorry, out of my dollar. Think about it. We don't have, hold on, we don't have Black generational wealth. We're willing to spend 20 cents out of our dollar for somebody to advise us what we're having in this classroom.
No, don't say that, I'm spending with a black person.
Exactly.
I'm spending with a
All right,
black
so is that black person gonna help you out?
We're worried about the wrong.
Nah,
Stop right
y'all
now.
bugging. Let me tell y'all.
How you start for real?
Let me tell you, y'all, I think that's trippy. Yep. I get what you're saying though. A lot of people, somebody pay, take care of me. Look at these black athletes. Look at these black athletes, right? I watch a lot of podcasts. A lot of them broke as a joke because they trusted their lawyer to take care of them.
Yeah, but they definitely do be taking all their money on it.
Okay, all right.
That's
So I got me here.
You got me here.
All right. So let's introduce this new notation. What is D?
Okay.
Degree.
Good Lord.
Right, no, sir. Individual difference between the two values considered.
Now I got rid of it, but the first person we asked was Siobhan, right? She gave us a 1. and then she gave us a 0.5 when she had our fluffy. She went down.
This is the second
It
time.
was Sin. Sin gave you the.
What is it about us that think we're the same person?
Cause y'all end up,
During Black History Month has been saying.
Hey,
what can I say? All black people look alike.
And we all like watermelon.
Hey, y'all need that, I'll take it, right? Individual difference between the two. So what we would do is we would sit back and take this difference between those two scores.
Okay.
Who had the 1 and the 0.5? It was you, Siobhan?
It was me.
Oh, you?
Oh,
What you get? What you get? What you get?
You were. She did.
I wasn't involved at all. It was her, Anissa,
Oh, yeah.
And James.
and James.
James. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
My man, that's crazy. I really thought I threw it at you.
Oh, then he wanted to.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I beamed something on my head.
Maybe I apologize.
Maybe.
Do y'all expect a clear apology from Ms. Lee?
I mean, look at the way he's sitting. He's untrustworthy.
I'm not gonna lie, like,
6 feet and you have your chair on the lowest setting possible.
This desk is low. But
It's not that low.
I asked y'all what the D was, and after y'all took away the like, the slang, we know it is the difference between those scores. So, Sanaya, you have a D of -1. Actually, no, of 0.5,
Okay.
0.5, because it's 1 minus 0.5. All right, who was next? It was Janice?
Isn't that a name for that?
Yeah, it's called the individual D.
Oh my God.
That would be the D sub Sanaya.
D sub.
Mhm.
So like that, what was that?
That's right here.
Isn't it?
Individual difference between the two values in a single matched pair.
I'm talking about the next one. Don't call it me.
That's
So
mu, that's mu sub D.
Mu sub D, so the D equals is going to be the D, the sub D in that equation.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, so Janice, what did you give us? I forget.
5.
5 and then 5?
Yeah.
So what's her D? Yep, no change. And it works every once in a while. She don't like fluffy objects.
So how would you, what would my meaning be if you?
Well, you, one person doesn't have a mean. Now I could put you and Sanaya together and y'all can have a mean.
But how do you, okay, now, if we was to find a meaning to add up all the, what you call it, right, but what, the D is where I'm lost.
All right, so this D right here is like this. Individual difference between the two values in a single matched pair. You are a single matched pair.
Okay,
You gave me 5, I gave you a fluffy object, you gave me another 5, your D is 0,
okay.
right?
There's no stuff for you.
Same thing for Sanaya. She had a rating of 1. I gave her the fluffy animal, said smell it. And then she gave me a 0.5. Her D is 0.5. Then we went to Anissa. What was your scores, Anissa? I forgot.
3.5 and a 4.
3.5 and a 4. Okay.
We're getting the mean of all the differences,
Yep, that's what the
not the
mu.
mean of the score.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Mu of D, right? So you went up, right? So you said 3.5 and then went to 4.
Yeah.
So her D is 3.5 minus 4 is negative 0.5. It's kind of weird that she went up and then her mean difference was negative, but that's what it is. And then last but not least, we had James. What was your scores?
it was 2 and 3.
2 and 3. So your D is -1. 2 minus 3. Yeah. So we get all those values and that would be our, well, here's the thing. Mu sub D is not really what we're just talking about, those 4 values right here. Because you know what? I don't have the time, we will probably still be doing it. Mu sub D is the difference of everybody that's enrolled in this class. Right? Because that's the population. That includes, even if I did it in everybody in this room right here, we still got some people that have not come to class, they're not here today. I would have to go reach out to them, say, please, please, please come to class, right? And then tell me, please, how do you feel? Grab this fluffy animal and then let us know. If we did that for everybody on my class roster, that would be mu sub D. But since we did pick a sample of 4, we can calculate D bar. That's the mean of the difference in our sample of 4 people.
What is wrong with me? Please, I'm like, why do we got- This is like gibberish.
Wait, so how would you find D bar? Would it be?
Add all the means and
Yeah.
all the differences.
So the first one we had 0.5, right?
Yep.
And then we had 0.
Yep.
Then we had -1,
No, negative 0.5.
-0.5, and then the last one. Let's do the math. What's 0.5 plus 0? 0.5.
And this is for D bar.
Mm-hmm. What's 0.5 plus -0.5? That cancels out, it's 0. And then let's add -1. So it's a value of -1. Now we do the mean, we divide that -1 by 4, which gives us a value of -0.25. This is our D bar from our sample of 4. Y'all follow?
Yes.
Fluffy objects. And how does this make you feel?
Honestly, exactly.
All right, so what's S sub D? That would be the standard deviation. Now, what I usually do for here, I will probably give you the standard deviation, because technically, y'all have already done it, right? Did it last semester, there's no reason, I would just give you S sub D.
Last semester was like
I
3
can hear
years
you.
ago.
That's why I say I gave it to y'all, that's why I say I gave it to y'all.
But in the typical,
I'm gonna have to find.
Yeah, in the real world, you wouldn't. I mean, in the
Are
real
you-
world,
in the real world, we can do this. Are you only gonna give us the answer like for this one right here, right now, or the
No.
answer for standard deviation?
no, it's on recording, so if I say I'm gonna give it to you, I will give it to you. And if I don't, y'all let me know.
If you don't,
Yeah,
you will.
I mean,
You
this
know.
is not on the resume, I don't.
I've dealt with worse threats than that, I'm so sorry. This is probably the most least threatening stats course I've had. Yeah,
I might be.
actually, no, hold on, one of y'all scary. One of y'all scary. All right. Now, and then we know what N is, right?
The number, so it's 4, right?
Check that out. Anybody else not know what N is? I might not give you N, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want y'all here to talk about, that's last semester. Y'all say that, I'm just gonna throw something at you,
So all
something
we have to do
hard.
is count the number of pairs
so
for N.
Yeah, count the number of pears, not apples.
Wait.
Is there no way for you to go back to all that work you had on there? Wow.
You know, I can, you can go on YouTube, you can go YouTube.
He is such
No,
a,
baby, that's
like,
going
this
on
is a
YouTube.
class,
Going
just
back.
work with, there's like 5 people in this class, just work with her.
No. See, that's why y'all can't count N. If she sat back and thought N of this classroom is 5,
I'm exaggerating, first of all.
I pray for y'all. That's all I can say. I pray for y'all. Now, guys,
And you have all of them.
they up
Just
there?
split back right quick.
What's up there is last year though, but I'll put these up later. Based on the survey data from the start of the semester, this wasn't this semester, this a couple years ago, right? This is right around when the pandemic started, right? Students answer whether they recommend online courses to another student, right? Now, you know the difference between a synchronous online course, right? That's like what Fridays are. When we jump on Zoom, we're supposed to be there in real time and we're online.
Mhm.
Versus asynchronous is I post work and you gotta do that work.
Them be the best classes, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they really are. Students, whether they would recommend both types of courses to another Cheney student on a scale of 1 to 5. And then I use this rating to determine students' preferences of online courses, which is funny. Because I didn't sit back there and ask you which online course would you prefer best.
Yeah.
I asked you, would you recommend it to a friend? Right, online synchronous. And then would you recommend a friend online asynchronous? Sanaya.
So did you ask, like, if the way the data point is like the first pair, top and bottom, that's one student?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's
so-
imagine this is you. This is right here is you. This is Sin. This next one right here, I'm gonna put a name for all y'all. This right here is Taylor.
So that's the dependent.
This is TT,
Yeah, I think we want to work on different.
Aaliyah, John. Now I'm gonna leave somebody else. Somebody will be angry. Janice, Tay. Already got her. Bazaya. Yeah, I am leaving somebody out. Pat. Anissa. Y'all wanna fight it out?
Mhm.
All right, I don't know what that means. James, sorry, Xavier. Everybody matters but Xavier. Everybody matters but Xavier, right? But as you guys can see, these are dependent because these scores came from both of you. Of course they're dependent. Of course they influence each other. You can actually see that Aaliyah right here, she gave the same rating for both synchronous and asynchronous. Who's this Jay? Ooh, a couple J's. Whoever Jay this is, they gave the same rating for both. Bazaya gave the same rating for both, and James gave the same rating for both. Right? So they are dependent. We would be able to calculate the D for every one of those, and it makes sense. It makes sense. If that bottom row was a whole bunch of different other students, it would make no sense for me to subtract Sanaya's score from a kid in another class that she don't even know. I lose anybody yet?
Wait, would that no rate at the bottom,
What do you mean at the bottom?
data analyzed from every 3 data participants in the data set?
Oh, yeah. What I did was this. Last year when I did this class, the class was much bigger, right? So I didn't put the data for every student. I did like every third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I pretended like it was y'all this time.
was this a big class before?
It was a bigger class, yeah.
Oh, everybody's coming to know.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't say they was coming to class. See, y'all be hearing
There
different
was just
stuff.
more people.
There was just more people.
Correct.
They probably had the same amount of people in class as we do.
Real talk. Actually, I forgot how many people on the roster in this class. But it's a lot more than we've ever seen.
Turn it back off.
Who did that? You mind? James already helped us. He don't owe us nothing.
On his wire.
All right, now, we gotta get into the statistics right and make sure that we're doing the right test for the right reasons. And before we jump in, like I say, everybody just be like, I just wanna do the numbers. Just put the numbers in. I don't really care. We're gonna do this, right? You can't really do this situation, this equation, if you don't know these requirements. And the 3 requirements that are needed to make sure this is a good test is the sample data must be matched. Like, again, it has to be dependent pairs or dependent samples like we just showed. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to sit back and subtract scores from one another because, like, what the hell are you subtracting? Right? The matched pairs are a simple random sample, meaning that, actually, we're gonna do it so that everybody has a chance of being in our sample. We can't, go ahead.
So what's up with the emphasis on random? Like, why does it have to be random?
Why does it have to be random? Because quite frankly, let's say I'm trying to find out if my instruction is effective for helping people learn statistics. And I get up and I pick for my sample, my 5 favorite students in this class.
Who are they?
Not you, it's already.
I'm gonna pick
Well, he thinks
Siobhan.
you're the same person, so it's
I'm gonna
like-
pick Siobhan. I'm gonna pick Siobhan again. I'm gonna pick Siobhan again. I'm gonna pick her 5 times. That's my 5 favorite students, right? And then my other sample I'm gonna go pick those people that's never here. I ain't gonna call nobody out.
Xavier.
We know.
Yeah, I'm my bad, Xavier. We're gonna do Xavier. My next sample is 5 Xaviers. Although he's unique, there's only one of him, right? Now, is that sample, think about that, that sample is more than likely already going to be, we know the answer to that. If I'm picking my favorite students, or students that are in class, that are taking notes, that are doing all their homework, that are asking questions, and then the other group are, oh, those raggedy taggedy students that don't really do nothing. I made my experiment work already.
Therefore, watch the video.
Why?
You can call them raggedy taggedy because they're not in class.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I am so sorry to all those raggedy taggedy people out there watching this video. No shade,
No tea, no shade.
I'm just speaking facts, right? Nice.
Oh.
Right? So it's better to make it random. If I want to sit back and see if I need to pick 5 of y'all at random and compare it to other 5 of y'all at random, then that's real. I'm gonna get some smart students, I'm gonna get some raggedy taggedy, I'm gonna get some, I don't really want, like, it's a good mixture. But you can't do that. I think I did a study a couple years ago. I was very, very angry, right? I was doing a study. Me and Dr. Spears doing a study about this class design I had,
I was
right?
angry.
Yeah, I'm always angry. You're gonna learn about this Thursday, right? We did a study about like manipulating the class, see how things would work. And you know what the Keystone Honors person did? Not Dr. Schumacher, this is way before him.
Like,
Yeah.
not too much of Dr. Schumacher, that woman's still there.
Yeah, right?
For real.
What they did is this. This is before they had Keystone Honors students, right? You know how y'all got Keystone courses where it's just only honors classes? They didn't have that back when I came, but they was trying to be real slick and kind of do it. So what they did was the Keystone Honors person registered all of their Keystone Honors students into one of my classes. All of them. Now I'm doing an experiment. Me and Dr. Spears trying to find out whether this works. I'm teaching 2 sections of intro. She's teaching 2 sections of intro, right? And one of my intro classes is 100% honor students. We did the study and my stuff worked. I was like, damn, you know, you got a little shade. Like, damn, what are you teaching in your class? Because your students passed. They didn't pass because of what I did. They passed because it was nothing but Keystone Honor students in that class.
We gotta pass.
They got a pass. You can look at it that way. They was actually reading. Back then, it was before iPads. It was also before the computers.
Oh, ever that.
And Keystone back then, actually, they bought books for those students. So the Keystone students had books.
No,
Like-
the pricing.
Lost me, lost.
is Crazy, I shudder.
It definitely is. And that's why we have Vital Source. That's a jewel.
Yeah.
But you know what makes me sad? I'm gonna keep this 100. I get data on the back end about how many of us even log into textbooks. Oof.
That's the other thing.
Well, maybe your textbook wasn't annoying.
Yeah, I know, because you know what? I know it's annoying. I'm annoying when I talk, and books are annoying when they have words on it.
Textbooks that you don't use the entire year,
Yeah.
and it shows.
Now, either or both of the following is a last requirement. Your sample has to be larger than 30. Now, we just broke this violation, because you know what? The first example about the fluffy animal was a sample of how many?
4.
Yeah.
And then the sample that we had in class, when we did everybody except Raggedy Taggy Xavier. How many was in that sample?
Well.
I'm glad you took that. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, yeah.
Yeah, you get your statistician license taken away.
Hey, I skipped him and I don't count. See, that's what really hurts. And I don't matter in y'all sample.
Well,
That's what hurts. Like it actually hurts.
Y'all are,
it's because you're sitting like that, your legs probably hurt.
Oh my God.
I don't know who's eviler. And actually, I think y'all make me more evil than I am.
No, baby, that's.
Oh, I'm evil? I'll be that. Now, remember I told you about the steps of hypothesis testing?
Yes.
Woo-hoo, we do it again. Looking at this right here, can y'all tell me what the claim is? What's the claim?
Well, it's great.
Students prefer online symptoms courses.
Yeah. So if we were to do that in Alien, how would we write that?
We wouldn't, because we're out of time.
T, not T is statistic,
Here next.
X bar,
X bar. With the thing opening up to the left.
all right, open up to the left.
Yeah, great.
Or,
Okay.
Well, who do they prefer over? Oh,
good question.
online synchronous courses.
Over.
So it'd be another X bar.
It'll be.
So, X bar, X bar.
The
Yeah.
first one would be S,
There you go.
the second one would be A,
Yup.
or A simply.
Now that is some stats nerd right there. Y'all on it. Y'all took something in English and made it to another language.
There's not even an official language.
Oh, math is the only universal language that there is.
After addition and subtraction, I feel like it's no longer universal.
No, I
He
did
said
not.
it's with his brain, it just yes.
We got